Okay, welcome back. MCL here, Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. I want to wrap up this market. It's about 4:30 now, so the market closed about 30 minutes ago. Very interesting day. So first, before we talk about what the market did today, we know that coming into today, the Dow was up 6 days in a row. We know the S&P, Dow, and Nasdaq were up about 9 out of 11 days. And the S&P and Nasdaq also had a big run about 4 or 5 days in a row, and it snapped at some point at end of last week, and then it came back to itself. Now the Dow snapped its run today. So Dow's down 300 points, down over a percent. S&P's down 0.78%, and Nasdaq's up 0.29%. So Nasdaq's actually up, I believe, 3 days in a row. It's a nice run. All of a sudden, the Nasdaq's just keeps going, which is very nice. It's possible it's a 2 day. I have to double check, but the Nasdaq's quietly, humbly, which really trailed the indices the last couple of weeks. Now today took leadership again. Russell 2000 was down almost 2%, which is a negative indicator for the market. VIX was up almost 7% today, which is negative for the market. When the VIX is up, the market usually is down. Yesterday, we noticed the VIX was up when the market was up a nice amount. About Dow was up over 400 points, but we knew that that divergence won't last. One of the two is going to give in to each other, and it looks like the market today took a breather, and the VIX had a second day in a row. We have copper is up today a percent, 1.34%. That's very impressive for a down day for most industries. We have bonds. Bonds, however, is down. 10-year treasury is down 0.064, still up 0.82, which is still relatively closer to the 0.90s than where it came from, 0.60s just a few days ago. So the bond is still, nothing really is happening except that the market's taking a breather. That's just the summary. So let's look at oil for a minute. Oil is up today 1.65%, which is positive for the market. So the indicators are basically split like yesterday. So yesterday the market was up a lot. Today the Dow and S&P took a hit, but the Nasdaq is showing strength, which is always a positive thing for the market. When there's leadership in the market, it doesn't go down easily. So this could be the snap we were waiting for, and then the market just goes right back. I was waiting for just the euphoria to get a little bit calm, because the volatility was down 4 days in a row. The Dow Jones was up 6 days in a row. We needed something. I think the volatility was down 4 or 5 days in a row. We needed some sort of break. We got our break. Volatility was up now 2 days in a row. We could have another day tomorrow. But as far as I'm concerned, if tomorrow volatility is up, it means it'll be up 3 days in a row. And we haven't had 3 day in a row volatility for about 10 weeks. So, it's not likely that volatility will close higher tomorrow. It might be up for a while, but my bet is that volatility probably will close lower tomorrow. It might open very high, but I wouldn't bet it would stay up there too long. Tomorrow the Fed talks, which could have an effect on the market. I wouldn't be surprised if the market will use it for something very negative, very positive. But I think it is what I've been saying for weeks. The market's not ready to really go down yet. It might get a bigger pullback near the end of June, and if at all. And then I think you have to hold this market and buy every pullback. There'll be a bigger pullback, which I'm going to try to profit from probably towards the end of June, like I'm saying, when VXX, which is my favorite indicator, goes down to about 26. Today closed over 31, so it's got about 15% downside. It went all the way to 28 and change on Friday, and since then it's been slowly grinding higher. But like I said, about the VIX and about VXX, which hasn't been down, it hasn't been up, more than 2 days in 10 weeks. The Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq also haven't been down more than 2 days in a row for 10 weeks, I believe. So really, the market's extremely bullish. This could be a one-day event. This might lead into tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow there'll be a lot of fluctuations, maybe related to the Fed. But I think at the end of the day, it's not yet time to short the market or to sell. It might be a little volatile. It might be some extreme moves. But at the end, I think the market will go back to itself. It's not ready yet to pull back in a real way. It might have some sort of, something might happen. But in general, I would hold. And if the market pulls back, today the Dow pulled back decently. If it pulls back, again, 1.5 or 2%, I would think is a buying opportunity. I'm adding more to my short of VXX. I'm shorting volatility because volatility tends to go down when the market goes up. And I'm hoping VXX will get to 26 in the near future, and then we'll have to decide and figure out where the market's going. Till then, let's see what the futures will do. I wouldn't be surprised whatever the future does, either up or down. But in general, hold and wait for good days to come.